In this video, I will show you how to round numbers to the nearest 100, 1000 or 10,000 in Excel like this. So let's get started. Here in this Excel sheet, I have some currency amounts in the first column. Now I want to round these numbers to the nearest 100, 1000 or 10,000 given in the C column. For example, I want to round the first number to the nearest 100. I will use a formula using the Excel round function to do that. The round function rounds a number to the specified number of digits. This function accepts two arguments, a number to round and the number of decimal places. If the second number of decimal places argument is 0, the number is rounded to the nearest integer value, and if it is negative, the round function rounds the number to the left of the decimal point. Let's start the formula by typing an equal sign in the target cell. Now type round followed by an opening bracket. I will select cell B3 as the first argument of the round function. Since we want to round the number to the nearest 100, I will specify -2 as the second argument. Type the closing bracket and hit the enter key to complete the formula. As you can see, it returned the number rounded to the nearest 100. Similarly, I will specify -3 to round the number to the nearest 1000 and -4 to round the number to the nearest 10,000. When we use the round function to round a decimal number, the rounding digit is incremented by 1 if the digit next to it is greater than or equal to 5, as we can see from the second, fourth and fifth numbers. In case of the second number, the rounding digit is 5, that is, second digit to the left of the decimal and the digit next to it is 7. Since 5 is greater than or equal to 5, 7 is incremented to 8 and the rounded number is 800. The same applies to the fourth and fifth numbers. Sometimes we always want to round down the number. For example, the numbers 710 and 751 both should be rounded to 700 instead of 700 and 800 respectively. In such cases, we can use the round down function instead of the round function. It is similar to the round function but always rounds down the number to the given decimal point. I will use a similar formula using the round down function to round down these numbers to the nearest 100, 1000 and 10,000. You can see the difference in the final rounded numbers for the numbers second, fourth and fifth. The round down function always rounds down the numbers. As opposed to that, sometimes we want to round up the currency amounts. For example, 701 and 799 both should be rounded to 800. In such cases, we can use the roundup function. The roundup function has syntax similar to the round and round down functions. Notice the difference between the round and roundup function outputs for the numbers first, third and sixth. As you can see, the roundup function rounded up the numbers irrespective of the rounding digit. Watch these videos for more Excel tips, tricks and how-to tutorials. If you find this video useful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.